Top Gun Show. This is the Top Gun Show. The Top Gun Show. We stay formidable. Welcome to the Top Gun Show. This is the Top Gun Show. The Top Gun Show. With Steve Formidable.
Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the telecom and technologies industries, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd love to welcome back my good friend Jim Tennant, the VP of Channels for Observe.AI, the sponsor of the Top Gun Show. Jim has had an illustrious career in sales leadership roles at United Layer, Evolve IP, TalkDesk, and Replicant. His sales organizations have always delivered exceptional results. Jim, welcome back to the Top Gun Show.
Steve, it's great to be part of the show. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for the warm welcome.
Yeah, I don't know who Jay Leno had on probably more than anybody else, but you're that guy to me. Yeah, I don't know how many we've done, but it's always like old home week when you come back on the Top Gun Show. So
always good to see you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Well, we're wrapping up your month, Observe AI month. We had a couple episodes posted in December. We're doing a couple now. And I remember it's not that long ago, after I interviewed you on episode 1, I interviewed John McMullen, the head of product marketing. Last week, I had Diraj Bansal, the SVP of strategic partnerships. Now I'm finishing up with you. Please give us the elevator pitch on Observe AI, my friend.
That's perfect. I'm so glad you had my fellow colleagues on. And the elevator pitch is simply in layman's terms, the software company that's powered by artificial intelligence that provides clients within the contact center space the before analytics, the during analytics, and the post-call analytics to better improve efficiencies, provide throughput for agents, and quite frankly, grow revenue within their contact center. Right? Through I think my partners in crime were talking about agentic, and we kind of talked about technologies. The one and only single platform now that can do all of that through the agentic technology that it does.
Wow, that's quite a boast to make. That's pretty good. Well, hey, Jim, you know the Top Gun Show goes out to over 100,000 C-level buyers, customers, sales partners, VARs, MSPs, resellers, everybody that you want to reach. So why should they pick up their phones or connect with you on LinkedIn or to their TSD and talk about Observe AI?
Great question, Steve. And I think, I have an opportunity to talk to a lot of partners. I'm on a lot of client calls, and what I constantly hear is, and my peers kind of alluded to this, the uncertainty about where they want to go, the uncertainty about where should I start. And I was blessed to be on a call with a TSD this week where the word additive was used, meaning start in small increments. And I would say pick up the phone and call us to learn more about how do I begin with a success story and start at an entry point within my contact center space where I can grow. I don't want to be overwhelmed with this technology called AI. I want to be with someone who is a visionary in this space that can help me build something that I can succeed from day one and have success metrics that I can grow from. Don't overwhelm me. And then whether I start in the beginning of the call or I want to start on the QA side, auto QA summarization side, that's, by the way, our bread and butter where we've been for the last 9 years. But start small and grow from there. So an entry point, Trojan horse, if you will, can be any one of those points.
Yeah, that's true. And you and I are sales. We've been in sales a long time. And once you start complicating things, the buyer's eyes gloss over and you lost them. Even if you got the cure to cancer for his business, if you don't start small and make it digestible, you're gone.
I'll be honest. I was on a call earlier this week, and a client said, "Listen, it's between you and somebody else, but neither of you have proven to me that your software can generate revenue." Okay, so it's not about cost savings or business efficiency. You want to improve revenue. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what your generating revenue means to you. How do you look at those analytics? Let's pull up your playbook. What do you do with those analytics? How do you put those back into the business? What does that mean, right? So it's a two-way street, is my point there, right? So yes, it can absolutely be a revenue producing software used properly with the right collaboration with the client. And that's
Yeah, that's
that's
great.
that's the fun part. Yeah.
That's great. That's a unique thing about you as a sales leader is you teach salespeople how to listen because buyers will tell you what they want you to tell them to buy. They want to buy. They want to buy. You just got to be quiet and listen to them. So, all right. Well, I got another question for you. It seems like there's a lot of competitors offering enhanced client experience utilizing AI, which is a little ambiguous. And you stated that Observe.AI is the leading AI agent platform for customer experience. You're the only one with single pane of glass. It enables enterprises to deploy AI agents that automate customer interactions, delivering natural conversations for customers with predictable outcomes for their business. So, how can someone watching this, Jim, get started?
Well, as I mentioned, entry point is the natural conversation. The natural conversation. My colleague talked about agentic being real. Um, 4 years ago, Steve, it was 1,200 lines of code for a 2-minute conversation. Today, agentic brings it to a real conversation. So, how they get started with Mr. Client, let's use your data, your real data, right? Let's use your conversations, your scripts, what your agents say, what your calls are recorded with, your data. The machines that are being built, LLMs, throw all the acronyms. They're only as good as the data that's being pulled, that's being digested, that's being ingested. No code can get it right. It's agentic allows that conversation to be real. 4 years ago, if I said, "Hey, to go from this residential spot to go to your local pharmacy, go down the street, make a right, make a left, go across the street, wait for the stop sign, then go 2 more blocks, blah blah." And you did that, and an ambulance came by, and the code didn't know what to do. You'd be sitting there not knowing how to function or how to get back to that pharmacy. Today with Agentic, you don't have to do that. Hey, pharmacy is about a half mile down the road. Have fun. You'll take you about half a second to get there. Agentic will guide that person with all the different distractions and everything else that's there. You don't need all those lines of code that you needed before. So to answer your question, to get starting, it's use the real data, use the client's data.
Yeah, we could go down a whole nother conversation about where things are today compared to when you and I used Thomas Brothers maps to get
Right?
from point A to point B. I mean, I take a Waymo in Phoenix here in Scottsdale everywhere I go, and I'm amazed that it's a driverless car, and I feel safer in those than I do than an Uber, with a driver. So
Well,
it's
and God
it's pretty
forbid
crazy.
power go out, which it did in San Francisco about a month ago, and all the Waymos stopped in the middle of the intersection because they didn't know what to do. It's like,
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
Jim, personal question. I want to get up close and personal with Jim Tennant in a way that I probably haven't before in all the other questions that I've asked you. I want to know from Jim Tennant 2026, what are you grateful for, my friend?
That's a great question, Steve. And you're right. Yeah, a couple close calls, a couple hereditary things that a lot of my audience knows about. I try to think about darkening the facial hair, but I let it go. And I'm grateful for, I would say, the partnerships, the friendships you and I have. You mentioned earlier about the ability to listen. I think in my old dog years here, being careful about who my friendships and partnerships are that allow me to be even more genuine and sincere with those. And I'm grateful for that.
That's great. That's great. I love it. I love it. It doesn't surprise me. It's a great, solid answer. Well, my friend, I'm going to let you go. You're doing some great things there for Observe AI. They are so fortunate to have you on their team leading their sales. And thanks for carving out time out of your schedule, buddy.
Thanks for having me on the show, Steve. Always good to see you. Hi to Jess.
Thanks for watching, everybody.